G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Now Eminem shocked the world by reviving Slim Shady and by also dropping Houdini. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys how to make an early 2000s beat heavily inspired by Houdini. Now if you do want anything in this video, it will be available completely for free in the description. That includes the stems, one-shots, drum kits, effects, chains, presets, and so much more. Now if you do decide to cop that one, I just ask that you do like the video, leave a comment, and consider subscribing and punching that bell as well. But with that one being said, let's get into FL Studio and let's deconstruct this amazing track. Okay, so here we are inside of FL Studio. Now Houdini is in the key of A minor at a BPM of 127. Now the first element that is actually used in this track is what I believe is a glockenspiel. Now all it is doing to begin the track before it actually goes into the hook is an up run. Now what I mean by that is we started on A and we just worked our way up the scale and we ended up with something that sounds like so. As you can hear, it's just working its way up the scale, kind of building up into something. Going on to the effects with that one, we have literally nothing on it except for the fact that we have separated it about 20% just to make it sound a little bit wider. Going on to the main element in Houdini though, it is an organ, a harpsichord, or a piano. Now, I personally believe that it was a piano, so that is what we're going to use. Now, the chords are honestly fairly simple. We start off with an A minor chord, but we get rid of the middle note, making it just an A power chord. The next chord that comes in, we are actually at a D minor, but we get rid of the fifth and we just utilize the first and the third in the scale. The next chord that comes in is an E minor chord, but yet again, just getting rid of that middle note, making it a power chord. Now, as you can see, we actually copied the E and bumped that one up an octave. And the final chord coming in again is another A minor, just copying the first chord to glue it all together, make it sound like it's all coming home. Now, in context, this is what the chords sound like. As you can see, the chords are pretty simplistic and pretty basic. Going on to the effects with them though, we start off with a fruity chorus with the default preset. We haven't changed any parameters whatsoever. The only thing that we have changed is this master wet dry where we have it on 40%. The next effect is an EQ where we're getting rid of some low end, and then another EQ just rolling off a little bit more low end. But then as you can see, we have tamed some of the mid lows just a little bit. Going on to the next element in this track, it comes in from Serum, and that one, believe it or not, is what I've called the Houdini bass. Now, if you do want to cop this preset completely for free, as well as the FLP, MIDIs, one-shots, the drums, it will be available in the description. The only thing I ask is that you do subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and a comment as well. The bass is honestly really simple though, because all we have is a simple saw with an MG Low 12 filter, but going on to the effects, we've added in a little bit of hyperdimension, a little bit of distortion with the tube, and then a compressor just to kind of glue it all together and make it sound somewhat compact. Going on to the pattern with that one though, it is honestly really simple, as it follows the chords, except for the fact that some notes are a little bit different. As you remember, the first chord was an A minor, but instead of it going A, C, E, we actually go A, B, then E, just to give it a little bit of tension. But in context, this is what the bass sounds like. Honestly, just a really simple bass pattern just to give it a little bit of groove, a little bit of movement. Going on to the effects with this one though, we've honestly kept it really simple yet again. No effects except for the fact that we have made it mono by 30%. Going on to the last melodic part of Houdini, it is this bell coming in from Analog Lab, and the preset that we are using with this one is the CZ Glockenspiel. Now the pattern with this one is honestly really simple, because all we've done is follow the chords, the beginning of the chord and the end of the chord as just a little stab to give it a little bit more emphasis. And in context, it sounds like so. As you can see, really simple, but it's just there to yet again give a little bit of emphasis at the beginning and the end of the chords that are being played. Going on to the drum pattern, it is honestly something really simplistic. It is a really nice boom bap beat where it just utilizes a kick, a snare, a hi-hat loop, and a crash. Now, the hi-hat loop that we are using comes in from the Source Boom Bap kit by J Cactus, and in context, this is what the hats sound like. As you can see, just something really simplistic, but it's just to give a decent amount of groove to it. The kick, yet again, comes in from the J Cactus pack, and this one is just the boom kick, and it sounds like so. The snare, yet again, comes in from the J Cactus pack, and this one is just the cattle snare. And last but not least, we have a crash that comes in, surprise, surprise, from the same J Cactus kit, and this one just sounds like so. Now, all together, as you can see, it's just a really simple groove, but it does give a decent amount of movement to the beat. Going on to the drum effects, we've honestly kept it really simple yet again, as there is nothing on it, but all of them are getting routed over to Insert 10, which is the drum bus, which all we have is a Cymatics Origin with the gritty MPC drums preset, just to make it sound a little bit more old school and a little bit more saturated. But yeah, that is how you can make an early 2000s beat heavily inspired by Houdini by Eminem. If you are new here, I would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button, and while you're at it, flick that bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. Friendly reminder that you can copy this whole FLP, the presets, the stems, the MIDI files in the description, so if you want to do that one, feel free to do that as well. But with that one being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next week for another video.